Hello, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to do a little intro post filming this video. This was originally supposed to be a in between Christmas and New Year's sort of vlog, but is now just a what I got for Christmas haul and a prepping for the new year and my resolutions. So if it seems a little choppy, that is why. So without any further ado, enjoy the video. I am going to do the classic disclaimer. I am not trying to brag in any way. I'm incredibly grateful for everything I got. For me, as I said in my last video, to me, gifts are like an outward expression of God's love for me, and that's why I give gifts. And so I like to view this as other people sharing Christ with me. And yeah, so obviously, I'm not trying to brag or anything. This is me also saying thank you. If you were somebody who got me a gift, it means the world. It truly does. So let's get into it. Every year I feel like my gifts have a theme. Like at the end of Christmas, I look and I say, okay, this is what this year's theme was. So this year's theme feels like a cozy fantasy novel. Once you see the things, I think we'll be on the same page about that. All right, where do I start? Okay, so I'll start with one of the things that one of my best friends got me. She knows me so well. She got me all these teas. There are 6 teas, and there are 90 tea bags. So that is something I'm so looking forward to using. And then she got me this, which is I'm so excited about this gift. She got me this tea, not tea, it's a candle. It's London Christmas tea from Yankee Candle, and it smells so good. I burnt it on Christmas Eve. I love it. And then I'm going to share what one of my friends, my long distance friend, got me. If you don't know, I think I've talked about this a little bit on the YouTube and on the blog. I have a favorite song that's kind of uncharacteristic, and it is The Lakes by Taylor Swift. Yes, that Taylor Swift. And my friend got me a cardigan themed on the lakes, and I'm shook. I'm shook by this gift. I mean, look at it. It's so gorgeous. I'll model it for you and I'll put a clip right there. And it's oversized and slouchy and cozy. And this is like my sweater color. I have like 12 sweaters that are this color. I love it. I love it so, so much. Thank you to my bestie if you're watching this. Thank you so much. Next thing I'm going to talk about, I got a microphone, as you can see. It's something I wanted, and my parents got it for me. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'm trying to figure out how I like to use it. It is a clip-on, but I don't like it. Doesn't clip on to like a thick sweater. We'll try this. We'll just try this. We'll see how it works. Okay. So something else a friend got me. She thrifted this little adorable jewelry box. She told me it's from the 50s, and it's so pretty. I love anything vintage. I'm dead. I love it. It's amazing. And then a family friend got me a couple of books. This is the Pennsylvania Dutch Cookbook. I actually don't know anything about this cookbook, so I'm excited to dip into this. And then he got me, I was shook when I saw this. This is one of my favorite books that I read in 2024, and it's quite the book. It is The Gorgeous Nothings. It's the Emily Dickinson, her her envelope writings, the scans of them. And it's massive. It's like a huge coffee table book, and I love it. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do next? Okay, so I accidentally bought myself a Christmas gift, and I thought I would show it to you. So what I mean by accidentally bought myself a Christmas gift, so let me explain. So I have pre-ordered a book. I tend to do this. I'm on a lot of street teams, and I have author friends, so I like to pre-order their books and get them when they come out. And I pre-ordered this book, but it's not supposed to be out until January 7th. But I got it shipped to my house on December 21st. And that book, I'm so excited about this book, is Beyond Mulberry Glen by Millie Florence. I don't know why I have it. I don't know why it's here yet. It's not supposed to be here yet. And I even checked her Instagram. I checked the publishing company. I got an email a couple days later of her talking about how it's coming out on January 7th. But I have it. And so I'm very, very excited to read this. I did start it because I was given an ARC thanks to NetGalley and Waxwing Publishing, but I couldn't get through it because it was on my phone, and I just don't read well on a screen. So I'm very excited about this, and thank you so much to Millie Florence and Waxing Books for letting me be a part of this book launch and for, I guess, sending me a copy early. All right, let's see, what do I want to do next? We'll show you what's from my siblings. My siblings and I always swap gifts. We all love shopping and giving gifts. I'll show you first what my sister got me. She got me some bows. I have been in a bow era like pretty much every girl. And these are hair tie bows, which I'm very excited about. Specifically this pearl one. I love it very, very much. And then she got me some candy, which is like somewhere in this room. And a copy of her favorite book, which is Navigating Early by Claire Vanderpool. It's about boys on an Appalachian trail, I think. I originally thought it was about boats, but it's not about boats, actually. So there's that. So my brother and I were shopping together in Five Below, and he's like, I don't know what to get you. What do you want? So I went through and I was like, I like this, and I like this, and I like this. And then he picked what he wanted to get me based on that. So we both ended up getting each other these Harry Potter Haribo gummies. Did not know these existed. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I'm a huge fan of Haribo gummies. So we got each other these. There's so many interesting flavors like cotton candy, lemon sorbet, caramel. So I'm excited about that. And then he got me this notebook, and it's like the most perfectly me notebook with the cookie stack and the bow, and it's very large. I don't know what I'm going to use it for yet, but I'm so excited about it. So thank you to my brother if you're watching this. Sometimes he watches my videos. Then I'll show you what my grandparents got me. So from one set of grandparents, just a second. Okay, so there's a certain small artist, Randy Lynn Reed. I love her work so much. Last year, I got her calendar, which you've probably seen in my videos. I show it all the time because I love it. And I really wanted the 2025 calendar, so my grandparents got it for me, and it is so precious. It's so stinking cute. I love it. And then I kind of just wanted different things with the same prints that she does because I really like them. So my favorite print of this year's calendar was the November one, and she actually made a tote bag of it, and I love it. It's so cute. You can never have too many tote bags, in my opinion. And then I also asked for this. I love to journal, and I wanted a reading journal for this year, and so I picked this one from Randy Lynn Reed again that I want to be my reading journal. I love it. It's so cute, and it's the perfect little size. And then I also got 2 books from my grandparents. Again, these are things that I asked for, and they decided to get for me. Again, thank you so much. So the first is the Cottagecore Baking Book by Kayla Lobermeyer. She is the creator behind Under a Tin Roof, which is a blog and I think a YouTube channel. And I've always seen her stuff, and it looks so beautiful. I requested this book from the library back in the spring, and it took like 6 months to get there, and then I was like on vacation when it came or something. So I didn't get to look at it. So I'm so happy to have it. It's so beautiful, and I think this is one of the ways that I like to curb any winter blues is by having cookbooks that I can look through and make recipes from. It just is something to add a little bit of like fun to the mundane. And then they got me this book that when I got home and looked through it, I cried over. And that is, if you know, you know, my favorite book that I own is The Little Woman with the Letters. It's a Barbara Heller Chronicle Books book. But Barbara Heller has done, I believe she has 4 now, different books that she's done. And this was the second one she did after no, this is the third one she did. And it is Persuasion by Jane Austen. I love Persuasion. It is one of my top 3 Jane Austen books. And if you know, the letter. This book is known for a letter, a specific letter. So this book is beautiful. I was going through the letters and I loved it. But the thing that made me cry was this. It's a map of the city of Bath at the time of Jane Austen. And if you don't know, I went to Bath in April/May. It was like in between the 2 months. And it was a life-changing experience. So looking at this map, looking at the places where I went, it was just so special. And it's just like a memento that reminds me of like that time with my parents in England, which is so special. And so yeah, I love this book so much, and I'm so excited to read Persuasion. I actually don't own a copy of Persuasion that isn't in like a big, huge one of like all the novels. So I have that, and I'm so thankful and so excited about that one. So then my parents, as I said, they got me this mic. Um, but they also got me these journals from Rifle Paper Company, which is my favorite stationery company. They're these pretty floral journals, and they're very thin, which I like because I can use them for anything I want. And then they got me this scrapbooking set. I've been really into scrapbooking this year, and going to 2025 is something I really, really want to do. So it's got like a little notebook, washi tape, stickers, different papers, and things like that. And then my gift, I think this is the gift I'm most excited about. Just wait till you see this gift. So, you may have seen before. Again, I feel like all these things I'm talking about, I'm sharing with you because they're things that you may have seen. I have a dress from Simple Retro, and it is my favorite dress. And my parents got me a couple more pieces from Simple Retro. They're just like this amazing vintage inspired clothing brand. So they got me this skirt, which if this isn't Joe March, I don't know what is. Stop. Is perfect. It hits about mid shin, and it's high waisted with this little bow. It's so pretty. I love it. I've always wanted a brown skirt because it goes with everything, and it just gives that Victorian writer vibe that I go for with everything I do in life. And then I also got this sweater to wear with it or independently of it. And it is also so pretty. It is brown and blue. Blue is like my color. And it has snowflakes on it. I think it's technically like a Christmas sweater, but this is perfect for like January. And it's so soft. And it just, this with this, it's so amazing. So thank you, Mom and Dad, if you're watching this. I love you so much. And I really appreciate everything you do for me and for our family and for this really sweet, thoughtful gift. And then I have what my other set of grandparents got me. So this is something else I wanted scrapbooking related. I'm really getting into scrapbooking, and I'm really excited to start a really big scrapbook in 2025. So they got me the HP Sprocket. This one is like black with speckles, and it came with a case and like a little thing of more papers. So essentially you get the app on your phone and you can print off your pictures, and they're sticky back. So perfect for a journaler, a scrapbooker, someone who makes cards even. There's so many uses for this. I'm going to use this all the time. And then finally was my Secret Santa gift. We in my family do a Secret Santa, and my uncle had me, and so I'm going to show you what he got for me. So we use Elfster, so you can put in like things you might like, so that if somebody who like doesn't know you very well gets you, they can still get you a really nice gift. So one of these things he told me he got off my list, and one of them he picked out himself. So the first, this is what he picked out himself. It is a book page holder made out of oak wood. Something poked me in there. What the heck? Why are there tweezers in there? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, there are stickers. Oh, me discover. Okay, so I think it's like that, so you can like actually put like your name on it. But it holds a book open. Let's see, where's a book? So you hold it like this, and then this is great for like if you read in a bath. You can put it here in the middle, and you can hold your book open without like stress on your hand or like cracking the spine too far if you're concerned about that. So that's actually really cute. I can actually put like my name on it, which is probably what I'll do with it. And then the other gift he got me was one from my list, and it is this Disney Enchanted Recipes cookbook. It's a year of cookbooks. This cookbook is, if you're a Disney fan and if you like subtle Disney like I do, you will love this book. There are so many recipes from Disney films, but again, they're subtle. It's not like Ariel's face on it. They're just so, these are from Brave, which are obviously in the movie. There's like this Hawaiian bowl that's inspired by Moana. It's very real life cooking, but in the form of Disney food, which I just love. I love any way to incorporate that into your life. I think anything like that is so fun. So a lot of these, almost all of these, are things that are actually from Disney movies. So that is my little Christmas haul again. Thank you everybody who got me these gifts. I appreciate you so much. And also to everybody who watches my videos, who subscribe to my blog. This year we hit 100 blog subscribers, which took way longer than I expected. I'm so grateful to you. And that, like, the fact that you watch my videos and comment is a wonderful Christmas present in and of itself. So thank you so much for being here. I would also love to know what your favorite Christmas present is, or give me the whole list, whatever. I love hearing what people get. One of my favorite things to do is asking my friends, is sending my friends videos of what I got and they'll send me videos back. And I also just love watching like random people on YouTube's videos of what they got for Christmas. So I would love to hear what you got, what your favorite gift is, whether that's a physical gift or like an experience you had or a conversation, anything like that can be a gift. So I would love to hear about that. One thing that I'm going to be doing to kind of get ready for the new year and to kind of just reflect is to write out my highlights of the year. I'm actually doing this for my blog, but I'm going to be going through my camera roll and my journals. So this is the journal that I started the end of 2023. So it took me, I think, through mid-November of 2024, and then this is the one I'm in right now. So going through them, going through my camera roll, figuring out the highs and lows and what I've learned, I feel like it's a really good way to reflect on a year, the good, the bad, and it's just, yeah, it's something that I like to do every year to kind of just see where I am and where I want to go and what God has done. It's so easy to forget that, and it's something that does help me stay positive after Christmas, to think about how I want my next year to look. So I'm gonna do that for a little bit. I've got a little fun drink. One thing I have been doing a lot lately is mixing like a lot of water with a tiny bit of juice and some fruit. This has a little bit of lemonade, a little lemon juice, and raspberries. So I'm gonna sip on this and I'm just gonna kind of recap my 2024 and just see the amazing things that happened, the amazing things God did, and what I can learn and what I can share with you guys about how my year has been. If you've been following me over the course of 2024, you would probably know that I am in my scrapbook slash journal girl phase, and I have been growing so much in my skill. I'm super excited because in 2025, one of my biggest goals is to start a scrapbook. This year, I only did a reading journal and a London scrapbook, and that's just been like experimenting, learning, trying new things. So, kind of ending the year on a good foot, I need to finish my reading journal. So, this is my reading journal for the year. If you would like to see a full flip through, let me know. I would actually love to do one. I have not done this in a few months because for the holidays, I did make scrapbooks for my sister and one of my best friends, and I was spending a lot of time and energy doing that. And I'm so excited to just get back to doing it for myself, doing it for fun. So I have 16 books that I've not logged since October. 16 books. So I'm going to be doing that this afternoon. I have a lovely cup of Earl Grey, and I have Darling Desi videos queued up. She's like my comfort creator. I make playlists of her videos for like every situation. I've got lots of little scrapbook supplies. I have this kit that I showed you that I got for Christmas. I'm not sure how much I'll be using of this because I do kind of want to use it for 2025. I've got colored pencils. I have this book that I got from a little free library that I rip out pages of. I have a bunch of stickers. I've got some washi tapes. I have a couple other ones of those. And I also printed off sheets of just different aesthetic images and book covers for the rest of this journal. So I'm probably going to be doing about 20 spreads. Will I be doing them all today? I have no clue. So I spent the last couple of hours working on my reading journal. I got a few pages done. I thought I would show them to you. So it's kind of a slow process. So I did this one, these ones, and these two. I like some of them, I don't like all of them. So now I just in the mail got this notebook. This is going to be the scrapbook that I keep talking about so much. I'm so excited to set this up for 2025. This is going to be the place where I keep track of my life. I am a journaler. I love to journal every day, but this is going to be more for like big events. This is for collecting paper and tickets and recording the little things in life. I'm all about the little things. If you follow my blog for any amount of time, I believe that the little things in life are the things that make life worth living. I know life can be so hard, so sometimes just taking a step back and being able to focus on the small things is exactly what you need, and it is what I need coming out of 2024 and going into 2025. So I want to kind of set this up. The goal is to have a intro page. I want to have a page that's like a mood board for 2025, and then I want to have a page with my New Year's goals and resolutions, and then the rest will be up to whatever happens. So we're gonna open this, see what's all inside, and then we're gonna start setting it up. Okay, so I have set up my 2025 scrapbook, and so I wanted to show you what I've done so far, and share a little bit of inspo for you for the new year. So obviously we have raved about this notebook already. So I will show you. The first thing I did, you saw me do, was this kind of just opening page 2025 and then some stickers. And I added a scripture verse that was on my heart while I was creating this page. It came from Matthew 28:20, and it is, "I am with you always to the very end of the age." It was just something that was on my, like in my head while I was doing this. So I wrote it down because I feel like maybe that's something that'll become important to me in 2025. I don't know. We'll see. Then I did a mood board with the pictures I printed from my sprocket. This is it. I used some stickers, some washi tape. You can't see it too well, but you don't need to. You can get the idea. These are all images I printed off of Pinterest and cut out and stuck here. This mood board is things that I want to do in the new year. Things like hang out with friends more, travel, prioritizing scripture and my relationship with God, scrapbook, make studying enjoyable, go to more shows, things like that. So I have all these images, and then at the end of the year, I'm hoping to make a almost identical or very similar mood board with the pictures that I took of things I actually did. And then we get into 3 pages of goals for the new year. I really don't like resolutions. I don't think that they're productive. To me, like a resolution is like, I resolve to be a nicer person. I would like to do this. I would like to be more fit. I like to set goals instead of resolutions because I think goals are more attainable. And this time I actually put down for some of them 3 steps to accomplish that goal because I don't think it's good to set goals if you're not going to accomplish them. Resolutions and goals do not have to be stressful, but they can be if you don't plan how you're going to do it. If you plan it, you have a way better success rate. You're going to do better. I know from my 2024 goals, I was looking at the list yesterday and it was surprising how many things I did or I'm on the way to accomplishing. And you're not going to be perfect. You're not going to do everything perfectly, but you can see that you've done better than you did last year, or you've grown from where you were last year. And I think that's the important part. I want to share a few of the goals that I accomplished in 2024 just to give you some motivation and inspiration. And I'm going to share some of my goals for 2025 and some ideas for goals that you can set as well. I'm going to grab this paper. Let's see if I can find them. Oh, right here. So last year I didn't do them very fancily. I just put it on notebook paper. I wrote, there's like a ton of goals. So I like to put my goals into categories because I just do. That's just how my brain works. I like categories. So last year I had a personal category, an academic, professional, creative, reading, other goals, and then I also had anticipated books, and then other goals again, and then 2 other goals, and then 1 quote for 2024, which I'll read to you. This was a quote, I guess, that resonated with me at the end of last year. It's act in the present, heart within, and God o'erhead from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. So let's go through a few of my goals. So I had a lot, as you can see, there were a lot of goals. And so the first one was to start a gratitude journal, 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. I did this for about 2 months and then I stopped for various reasons, but it was really, really good when I did it. So that's definitely something might be worth picking up again. I don't know. Then one thing was to plan one fun activity for myself each month, which I did not do. And the other thing, this is a goal. I make goals like this that are very can be more vague, and I do it because I think it's just good to have change your mindset. And so this one was give myself grace and be more gentle with myself. And I do think this is something I have grown in this past year. It's not like a resolution or a goal that you can do step by step, but it's something to be aware of. So even things like that, like thinking about your self-talk or how you treat other people or praying more, these aren't always things that we can check off in a box, but they're things that we can still make time for and still keep in our heads, the back of our heads. This is something I want to do. And this is something I want to carry over into next year and grow. It's been on my list for 2 or 3 years now, so there's that. Academic, I had 2 things for college that I did. Amazing. Proud of myself for that. And then professional. So my professional is different than what a lot of people's professional would be. For me, my professional goals always have to do with my blog and things and my writing that I want to do for a living, not my actual job that gives me money. So these are things I do to get to my future career that I hope to have. So I had one was start a YouTube, which I did and I'm doing right now, which I'm actually over that's just one of the craziest things for me. That's something I was so scared to do and now I'm doing it. And then another one that I did accomplish was to reach out to at least 3 creators for collaboration. I have collaborated with a lot of people this year. I don't even know how many. At least 5 people I've written guest posts for and stuff, so that is also a really big accomplishment. And there's some other things in there that didn't happen, and some things that I'm carrying over into this year. And then creative, so this for me is more specific writing goals, specifically when it comes to my novel. I had this weird goal of 10 minutes of fun writing on days when I want to. What's the point of that? On days that I want to write, I'll write. One was get my novel ready for submission, which did not happen, but that's okay. Talk about my projects more. That is something I definitely got better at. this year, talking about my writing more. And then I had general goals. One was travel to England, which I did, which is crazy because I always put goals like that. Always like, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I did it. And then was to visit one of my friends, which did not happen. And then reading, some of my reading goals. I think we'll talk about it more in another video. But keep a reading log, which, as we all know, I did. Read 3 indie books. I believe I read 3 indie books, which is crazy. I'm not good at reading indie books because I just read books from my library mostly. Pick a long book to spend the year luxuriously reading and annotating. I failed. I tried and I failed. Make book themed playlists. I think I made like 1 or 2 in like the beginning of the year. And then I have other goals. Make a movie log, which I did, but I didn't finish. And that's okay, honestly. Sometimes you start a goal or start a new habit and you realize it doesn't work for you, and that is totally fine. Like, nobody cares. It's just about like figuring out what works for you, what makes your life more enjoyable to live. And then I had a bunch of anticipated reads. Luminous Life of Lucy Landry, which I did read and I own. Ignite by Kara Swanson, which I was reading for. It was a 5-star read. It was amazing. The Lock Monster by my good friend E.G. Runyon, which I did read and I loved. Beyond Mulberry Glen, which, as you saw, I just got my copy of. And then the Nightmare Virus by Nadine Brandes. I have not read it, but I bought it for my sister for her birthday. So all those books I literally own in my house. Well, one is my sister's, but yeah, I'm good with that. I just had some other little goals. So that was kind of last year. Now I'll talk about this year, and I'm going to give you some inspiration. So obviously I have those categories. You could make them more broad. You can make them more specific. So I do personal goals, and that normally includes like my personal time, my quiet time, like time with the Lord, spiritual stuff. But that could also include health. It could include fitness. It could include any of those things. So this year, some of my personal goals, I want to work on my quiet time, making that better and more intentional. Making time for self-care, like quiet self-care is what I call it. I hate the word self-care because it sounds so selfish. But if you're somebody like me who gets very overstimulated, making time to actually like work on your quiet projects, embroider and scrapbook and read books, that's important to me. And so I wanted to make time to do that. And for all these things, I made 3 steps. I forced myself to write 3 steps that I can do to actually accomplish those goals. So for example, with my quiet time one, which is something I think we all can do and we all can benefit from, the first one is finding devotionals and Bible studies to help me, to kind of guide me, because sometimes I don't know what to read. The second is to pray in silence. I've gotten so used to like having my quiet time with worship music on, and I think it's a distraction to me. So I'll do that, and then keeping my phone out of the room or away, which is always a challenge, but that's something I'm always working on. Every year I'm like, keep my phone away, keep my phone away. And then another one is to like reduce stimulation. You could have something about a personal goal could be to exercise more or drink more water or eat healthier or get outside more. You could have goals about serving in your church. Why did I say it like that? Serving in your church. You could have a goal to volunteer. You could have a personal goal to keep your room clean. You could have a personal goal to do breathing exercises, to go to therapy, to stay off your phone or your computer, to do stuff like that. So all that can kind of fit under personal goals. And then I have social goals. I didn't have this last year, but this year, to try to prioritize other like interactions with friends and family. So that can look differently for every person. For me, it's like taking initiative and making plans. That's something I just want to work on this year. You could have goals about joining a club or reaching out to people more or joining an online community or any of those things. Those can all be social goals. Professional, so as I said, professional relates to my blog. So I have 3 things on this that I'm not going to talk about right now because they're things that are in the works and I don't know if they're going to happen, so I don't want to like talk about it all. But you could have professional goals that could be like starting a business. It could be starting a blog. It could be starting a YouTube. It could be starting a social media platform. It could be doing a training that has to do with the career you want to have. It could be reaching out to somebody for a meeting or starting an internship. All those things can be professional goals. It could also just be finding a new job. All those work. And then I have creative goals. Creative goals are like my favorite goals. And again, these 2, this year specifically, are ones that I also can't really talk about right now because I don't know if they're going to happen, but I have to say they have to do with fiction writing. My creative goals normally have to do with fiction writing. So your creative goals could be to write a song, to learn an instrument, to release your album, to write a book, to get published, to paint more, to have your art displayed, to sell your art, to start an Etsy shop. It could be to just start a scrapbook or to learn a new hobby or to take a class in something. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be for other people. Like, it doesn't have to be to sell it. It could just be for you. So, and then I have life goals. These are just like a bucket list, more or less. A list of things that I would love to do this year, if possible. And these are really fun. So I'm going to read some to you and give you some ideas as well. So I want to meet up with some friends. I want to take a trip, a couple trips on this list actually. I would like to try Pilates. I put that on this because I already work out. It's just like something I would like to try. I want to perfect a London fog tea recipe. I have perfected my matcha latte. I perfected my chai latte, even though I didn't even know I liked them until like September. And now I need to perfect a London fog because that is the most bella drink there is in the world. I would like to go to a concert, a show. Those are some things I have on right now. And I might add more. You might want to cook more, or you might want to buy more skirts. One year, I think it was 2023, or no, 2022, 2023, one of those years, I wanted to buy and wear more skirts, and I did. That's a great goal to have. It could be a goal to spend less. It could be a goal to treat yourself more often. It could be a goal to get a new bedspread. I don't know. There's so many things you can put, and I think goals don't have to be scary or like crazy. They can just be really fun, like really fun. A lot of these are really fun and exciting. And then I just wrote a little thing about like the girl who I want to be, which is kind of what the whole mood board was about. Like, what do I want to be? What do I want people to see me as? Who do I want to be? So I wrote down kind of like the person that I want to be, and I think that's a really good exercise we all can do. I think we get this false idea that like in the new year we need to like change, become like a whole new person, and that's not how God has designed us. God said that, in Romans, he says that he'll change who we are by the renewing of our minds, changing the way we think, and becoming more like Christ is kind of like, should be the goal of every Christian. I think it's good to be healthy. I think it's good to be smart. I think it's good to be goal-driven, to be productive. But at the end of the day, you're perfect the way you are. Like, the creator of the universe created you the way you are created for a reason and a purpose. And he has a purpose for your 2025. I know it. I know that this coming year is going to be a hard one, but it's also going to be good. I have this feeling that 2025 is going to be a fantastic year. It's going to be a year of dreams coming true, and it's going to be a year of us all finding who God wants us to be more. Every year is a year for that. Every year is a year for growth and for change in the best possible way. I don't like it when people say, oh, become unrecognizable. That's not the point. The point is to become the version who God always knew you were, and who you've always been. To become the better version of yourself. The person who's kinder, who's more loving, who trusts God with everything, who reads more, goes outside more, who does all the things that she wants to do. That's who you're going to be at the end of the year. You're not going to be a different person. You're going to be who you've wanted to be all along. So with that is my little goals and my tips for goals. I'd love to know what goals you're setting for the new year, because I think we can do this together. Accomplishing our goals doesn't have to be solo. In fact, it's better if it's not solo. So with that in mind, go put that in the comments, and I'll talk to you in a little later. I didn't sound grammatically correct. All right, I'm gonna stop.